So we are discussing about coal and petroleum. Yesterday we discussed about resources of abundant and resources of limited, and also we discussed about fossil fuels like coal and petroleum, and what would be our future energy needs if you are using exhaustible resources more, and if you are not using inexhaustible resources. Tomorrow exhaustible resources will be reduced, and again we have to, how much percent of exhaustible resources we are using? 80% of exhaustible resources we are using, and only 10 to 20% of inexhaustible resources we are using. Now we have to balance this exhaustible and inexhaustible resources. Means what we have to do? We have to use 80% of inexhaustible resources. Why? Because they are unlimited in nature. So we have to go with inexhaustible resources, and we have to reduce the usage of exhaustible resources. Okay, and today we are going to talk about biodiesel and alternative fuel source. Biofuels we know, no? So today we are going to talk about how we are getting biodiesel. How they will prepare this biodiesel. What is the process going on here? So coming to here, biofuels are one of the major non-conventional energy resources. Means they will not affect the nature, they will not affect the people, okay, and it is not a big, means more amount or expensive, it is not like that. So biofuels are one of the major non-conventional energy resources. They are non-toxic. Toxic means what? Which are what is that? Affecting the people. Non-toxic means they will not. Okay. Then renewable. Renewable means again we can recycle and use them. Okay. What are what is about biodiesel? First one, it is non-conventional. Okay. Second, it is non-toxic. Third one, it is renewable. These are the important things of biodiesel: non-conventional, non-toxic, and renewable. Next one is biodiesel is one of the biofuel which is alternative or additive fuel source to the standard diesel fuel. Diesel fuel will be there, no? If we are not getting that, or if we want to balance this two, we are going with this biodiesel. Okay, and it is made from the biological ingredients instead of petroleum and crude oil. Actually, we will get diesel. If you are taking this diesel is a petroleum product. Diesel is obtained from petroleum. But now this biodiesel means, it is not a petroleum product. It is getting from biological ingredients. Know the difference between two. Only diesel means diesel is a petroleum product. Okay. Biodiesel means it is coming from biological ingredients. So when we no need to totally depend on diesel which is coming from petroleum, we can balance 50-50 by using this biological ingredients. What are the biological ingredients we are using? Biodiesel is usually made from the plant oils or animal fats. From where we are getting? Plant oils or animal fats. From where we are getting this biodiesel? Plant oils or animal fats, we are getting this biodiesel. Then fats through a series of a chemical reaction. They will mix some chemicals in that one and they will use. It is safe, very important point, and can be used in diesel engines. But biodiesel requires more cultivable land, which may affect shortage of food production in future. What is that? They are taking from the waste of the agriculture fields. Where they are getting this one? From the waste will be there, no? Now they cut sugar canes, or they cut what is that, paddy, they cut wheat. These from that waste they are preparing this biodiesel. You see here, plant oils or animal fat. So if you are going on using these plant products, what will happen? The agriculture will be reduced. So we have to balance both. Which one? The diesel which we are getting from petrol and the diesel which we are getting from biological ingredients. 50-50 if you are using, it is safe to the environment, and it is means it cannot be exhausted. Got the point? And next one, coal, petroleum and natural gases. What are these coal, petroleum and natural gases? Coal, coal, petroleum, natural gases. What do you say of these three? They are exhaustible resources. So coming to this point, coal, petroleum and natural gases are called as exhaustible resources. Now what we are going to? Earlier people used clean. Clean ante poyi. Poyi ante it is made with brick or it is made with clay. In olden days, still now if you go to villages, you can see this type of brick or clay for boiling hot water. Some people even cook the food there. We means in our village, if our grandparents are having their own house, they will have this brick or clay clean. For what purpose? For boiling the hot water. Then Telugulo emantam poyi antam. Then for cooking food, but now people use gas stove or kerosene stove. Now what we are using? Gas stove or kerosene stove. Earlier food was cooked using wood as a fuel. So in this brick stove or clay stove, what is the product they used? Means wood. Okay, if it is a kerosene stove, we use kerosene. Okay, if it is gas stove, we use LPG. What is this LPG? Liquid petroleum gas. What is LPG? Liquid petroleum gas. In gas stoves we use LPG, liquid petroleum gas. Kerosene stove we use kerosene. But if it is brick or clay, what they will use? They will use wood, dried wood. Okay, and so wood as a fuel. Then coal, now kerosene and LPG are being used. Fuel is needed not only for cooking but also for transport. Is it correct or not? To move from one place to another. Different vehicles like train, bus, car, two-wheelers are moving from one place to another. Before in olden days, if the train has to move from one place to another, what they used? They used coal. Is it correct or not? Then now we are using electricity, okay, or hydroelectric powers we are using. Then trains, the cars and the vehicles, petrol we are using. Then they use different fuels. People also travel by ship. What fuel is used there? Fuel, which fuel is used? Fuel is also required for electricity generation. Okay, then earlier you read that wind power was used in windmills. Wind power was used in windmills. Then the steam engine. Did you see when the ships are traveling? You can see they will keep the coal. When you see some movies, down there will be the people who are doing lot of hard work putting coal into that, and by using the coal, the ships will move from one place to another. Then the windmills are used. Wind is used for windmills, wind power. Then the steam engine which used coal was invented during the Industrial Revolution. They started using coal when which time? In Industrial Revolution they used. During this period, steam engine was used to power everything from cloth looms to vehicles or on land and water also. So first they used coal or wind power they used. When Industrial Revolution came to prepare the clothes or to move the vehicles from one place to another, they started using the steam engines. What they started using? Steam engines they started using. Means which runs with water. Got the point? Which runs with water. Coal was the most important fuel in 19th century. When they started using coal, they started using coal in 19th century. This is very important. We are going to talk about coal. It is an inexhaustible resource, means which is limited in nature. But we can meet our needs for another 250 to 300 years. Still, the usage of coal was less, it seems. So because of that, from 250 to 300 years, we can still use the coal. Okay, and still 1950, coal was accounted for half of the electric generation in the world. For electricity, to run the electricity, they used coal, it seems. Coal was replaced by petroleum with the invention of more efficient engines in different vehicles. Now, coal is mostly used to produce electricity in thermal power stations. Already I told for you, two we are having. One is a thermal power station and the second one is hydroelectric power station. Hydroelectric. Thermal means which runs through coal, and hydroelectric power station means which runs with water. Thermal power station means it runs through coal, and hydroelectric power station means it runs with water. Know the difference between thermal and hydro. So coal is now we are mostly using petroleum. Coal is used only in this thermal power plants. Got the point? Now let us see about the coal. Coal is an ancient gift serving modern society. Coal has been known and used for thousands of years. Why? Because before for ironing, for cooking food, kumpati anta anamata, for cooking food, okay, then for traveling from one place to another, trains and ships, in olden days mostly they used coal only. Got the point? So coal has been known and used for thousands of years. Okay, it is one of our earliest source of heat and light, but it became a fuel of importance only after the Industrial Revolution. When it got the importance, when the Industrial Revolution took place, at that time it got a demand, which led to an increase in demand as a fuel. Before they used only for a few purposes. After this revolution came, and when they started preparing clothes and to move the vehicles from one place to another, then they got to know the importance, more importance of the coal. Okay, and do you know that coal obtained from the firewood and the coal used in vehicles, the coal obtained from firewood, try to catch this point, and the coal used in vehicles, both are different. This point is very important. The coal which we are getting from wood burns as we will get the coal. That coal is different, and the coal which we are using in vehicles is different. From wood which we are getting is called as charcoal. Okay, charcoal. The wood which we are getting from wood we are getting coal, that is called as charcoal. And this coal which we are using for vehicles and all, that is we are getting from coal mines underground. We are having no coal mines where the people they will go underground and dig the coal from the earth. So this one, do you know that the coal obtained from the firewood and the coal used in vehicles and factories are different? Coal used in factories is mined from the earth crust. So we are having two types of coals here. So the coal which we are using in industries, that we are getting from coal mines. Where these coal mines are there? Under the earth's crust. Okay, under the earth crust. Coal which we are using in industries or for the transport purpose, that is we are getting from coal mines and that is from the earth crust. We know the people who are working in coal mines, what are the problems they are facing. You can see they will keep a light here. They have to go underground, there won't be light. They have to go deep into that, dig and they have to collect and come out of that. The people, Singareni Ganulu antaru. Singareni means what? Coal mines, where many people will work in that industry to take the coal from the earth's crust. Okay, the next one, the coal which we are getting from wood. The coal which we are getting from wood means burning of wood. We are getting that coal is called as charcoal. That coal is called as charcoal. Know the difference between these two. Coal which we are getting from for industries which are using coal mines. Coal which we are getting by burning wood is called as charcoal. Now did you understand about the coal? Tomorrow we will discuss about petroleum. How we are getting this petroleum and how to do the fractional distillation and all we will discuss. Okay, thank you.